Well, here we are at FritzBrai. The tour depends. Getting things loaded up. Nice sunshiny day. Headed for Park Rapids, Minnesota from Iowa City on the bike. You earlier. Here we are for FritzBrai. Whoa, the sounding horn. What brings you ladies to FritzBrai?
Fritz!
Fritz! Yay! Happy birthday!
Yay! We love you!
What brings you to FritzBrai?
I'm not sure. I just was riding by.
That's what happens.
No, I knew. I want to honor Fritz. You know, this is a great thing to do.
What brings you to FritzBrai?
You know, and I usually always ride my bike.
Lack of public education funding.
FritzBrai! Wait, why am I here?
Yeah.
That's a
Are you
great
the
question.
organizer, Nellie?
No, hardly. I just sent out a couple emails. And like, anybody who's stupid enough to do this, please show up.
Okay.
The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat.
All right. What brings you guys to FritzBrai?
We were promised beer.
Beer, beautiful weather.
Okay. Will must have been in charge of that, right?
Fritz! Woo!
All right.
Jim, tell us about being the SAG.
Saggy Jim. That's my name right now, and I fit in.
We couldn't do this without you. And Mary, where's Mary?
Oh.
Mary is without you. We thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No birthday party is complete, especially a 70th birthday party, without a little dark humor. We're here at the Iowa City Cemetery. So a few technical difficulties. We're about 2 miles in. We had a flat tire. So now we have a group of 4 people fixing this flat tire. Yeah, so we just went the first 26 miles. 30 miles. Yeah. A baker's 30. What are you doing here?
Hey man, Allie's taking a breather, so switching back to my single bike, which I'm secretly stoked about because I'm brutalized with the rain and the cold right now. So the single bike should allow me a little breather, and I hope I don't have a bad time. But I think it's definitely a possibility because there's no really way to spin this bullshit that is cold and rainy and wet. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
How are you feeling, Darrell? I think that's the bigger question.
I feel okay. My butt hurts already. It's gonna be hell tomorrow.
Are you wearing bike shorts?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you know, but I also hopefully you and Ali can work on logic that would convince the team to just like go to the cabin, and then we'll like do some long lake biking up there.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
So
Yeah, let's go to the cabin and then just bike around up there.
Sounds good.
Talk.
Where are we meeting next?
That would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll take the trail. You guys want to stop at Nubo?
Do whatever you want.
We'll have to stop somewhere and get coffee or something.
Yeah, okay, Nubo is it.
You just can't wait to get started now, can you? Whoa! All right. On the way to Cedar Rapids. They're coming. All right.
Iowa City man decided to celebrate his 70th birthday by biking to Minnesota. Fritz Viner and about a dozen of his friends and family started their 530-mile bike ride to Park Rapids, Minnesota this morning, starting in Iowa City. He named it FritzBrai, a play off the popular Iowa bike riding event called RagBrai. We caught up with them while they stopped at Nubo City Market in Cedar Rapids for a cup of coffee. Viner is a lifelong physician, and he wanted to use his birthday to stress the importance of living a healthy lifestyle.
Well, I think, everyone can be their own example, and everyone has to make their own decisions, but I kind of think that, it's a fun thing to do. I got family and friends here, and everyone's joining in, and we are just having a great day.
The group plans to get to Minnesota by Thursday.
And today's your birthday, correct?
It is.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old did you make today?
Today is 70 years old.
And the rain's not stopping you guys, huh?
Well, it hasn't yet.
And when do you guys plan to get to your destination?
I think we have 5 nights to get. It's about 530 miles up to northwest Minnesota to get there.
All right, final question. Who all came today, and who are some of these people who are with you today?
I have daughters, I have a sister who's here, I have a brother-in-law, I have friends, and maybe 25, 30 people here.
What about your first FritzBrai you thought was a race?
Oh, that was, yeah, I
Did you win?
No, well, I did, because I ended up by myself. I was only about, I went to the very first meeting for FritzBrai, and then it was, I think, 12 people there. And then the Sioux City and rode across, and I just...
How long did it take you?
Well, I think I rode all night and all day, and it didn't stop, so.
We're in Brandon, Iowa, home to the world's largest frying pan. Weather was terrible again, so we opted for driving about 30 miles north of Cedar Rapids and picked it back up here in Brandon.
Coming the other way. Hello.
Tour's closed, so the bar's over here.
Yeah, right up on the corner. Well, was that a good ride?
All right.
Perfect.
Woo.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fritz. Happy birthday to you.
So we just got to LaPorte City, had a drink, had a meal. Now we're hitting the road again, but we have to, due to flooding, lift our bikes over this fence one at a time, jump the fence. We'll have to do this a couple times, as well as portage the bikes through some high water, a couple spots on the bike trail, it sounds like. But this is the next stop, 20 miles to go, and then we are at the hotel, and day one is finished.
All right, ready for day 2. Good to see you. Okay. Thank you. Day 2 to Mason City. All right. Good riding. Have fun. Lots of moons. Here we are in Janesville. Yay!
All right.
See all these smiling faces. That's
Good
just
job,
wonderful.
I give this roll of gaffer's tape. I bestow this upon the tour depends, aka FritzBrai.
Well, on behalf of everyone here with that, I'm certain that they will definitely appreciate that. Thank you
gives
so
me
much.
great pleasure.
This will probably save the tour.
Yes, well, you know, when it does, or if it does,
We'll remember you.
us, yeah.
Yes, most definitely. Thanks again.
From
That's
Chicago.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you want to kidnap somebody, you know, like it makes great, like,
Oh, bonding tape.
Yeah,
All right.
I feel good to know where you're going with all these responses.
Yeah, we'll quit with that. Okay. That was a neat interview they did for your dad.
I know, that was really cool. I'm so happy for
You
him.
need to get that set up.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Mina.
Mina did
Mina
that.
did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally props to her.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll brag on Mina.
Brag on Mina.
Okay.
Hello.
And how was it?
It was good. Well, it was good enough for me to want to take a ride in a car for a little while.
All right.
But 10 miles this morning of 80, I think. I think it's 80 today. So far so good. Sun's peeking out. It's not raining.
Life is good.
Life is good.
Well, buddy, you've made it. You've done a great job. What'd you think all the way?
It was fun,
Would you do it again?
probably.
Well, that's great. And what was the reason for this ride again?
Fritz.
Fritz. That doggone Fritz.
Yeah, I know it.
He'll get you into anything, won't
Find
he?
a reason for anything.
I think we're seeing a little different landscape than the bikers are seeing right now. Pretty sure we're supposed to be on a different road, but the destination is the same.
Yeah, this sag vehicle's really sagging today. Man, such a sad face. We had our first fatality, a blowout. Well, I'm glad that we were behind you. You didn't have to walk for 12 miles.
And the tire deflated.
Yeah. You were talking about your diaper? Tour to Bend.
Tour to Bend. So what's bringing you out today?
Fritz.
Fritz. What's bringing you out?
Fritz.
Fritz.
My mom.
And your mom?
Yeah.
She drug you out today?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, it's good that you can be here. Performing at the Frank Lloyd Wright Hotel. Our own little traveling band. Here we are in Mason City. A wonderful night at Frank Lloyd Wright's Hotel and a wonderful breakfast. And
Thank you, Frank.
thanks, Frank. Yeah.
Thanks, Frank.
And look,
One little problem. You can see the sun today. 78 miles to to Blue Earth, right?
Blue Earth.
All right.
How many miles do you think we've gone? 3? 8.5. 8.5? That went so fast.
Well, we've had a little pit stop here. Highway 30. Headed for Forest City. Sun shining. This is a good day. All right.
Bye, Jim.
Bye-bye. Oh yeah, nothing like pedaling backwards, Darrell.
Quite a few miles behind everyone else, but had to stop to take in some passing cars and just some beautiful landscapes. There's a lot of beauty out here in northern Iowa. Also, I needed a break. My butt is killing me. Yesterday it was sore and today it's dying.
I'm sorry, Darrell. I caught a wind on Will's tail and it just stayed there.
That's good.
You get the momentum, you just got to keep
Just
going.
had to go. I know. I got that great wind. I was barely working.
Well, Brent, little did you know that this gaff tape, as you said, was going to be a lifesaver, and certainly it is. Here we are in Forest City, pulling over, just waiting on the group, open the back door, and lo and behold, the wires came off when the door raised up. So we got everything spliced back, and we are good to go. Good job, man. Glad you were thinking of that. Forest City. That's all gone pretty well today. Sunshine and no rain.
That's a beautiful statue there. But I've been really upset in the South dismantling the Confederate statues.
Oh my God! I thought this conversation might come up. And
I think it's just awful.
well, when did you realize you first had racist tendencies?
I don't have racist tendencies. I have historical tendencies.
You know,
and that's part of history.
Oh my God.
He always beats me.
What's up, guys? 30 miles, no big deal.
30 miles, no big deal.
There gets to be a point of time that you've ridden so long you just can't stop. I found this alongside the road. I thought I better stop to help. The Minnesota state line, all right. Whoa, baby. Yeah, this is great. Well, it's so doggone nice. If I didn't have to drive, I'd be riding. Well, we're almost there now. No sense to spoil that for you, Will. I'm sorry. Here we are at Blue Earth. That was a good ride today.
We're tired and it's only 4:45 in the afternoon, so that's great.
We picked this town on a map this morning, and we got to town and saw there was this cafe and walked right in.
Isn't that something?
That's
just super. Well, you couldn't have picked a better place.
I couldn't agree more.
Never in the world.
This was great.
Oh, I think we can arrange that.
Thanks, Jim.
Not everyone can play that role.
Cheers.
Just the fact of Long Lake. Okay?
Yeah, we had a little sky.
The love that you have for Long Lake, and with GF, that was one of those things that we drove up there one night building the cabin and got in there about 2:30 in the morning. And so GF goes inside and sits in the chair and he says, I just have to sit here for a while. It was about 30 below zero and the wind's blowing and it's snowing, and he sits down in the chair and he says, you know, I just have to sit here for a while because he said every time that I make it, that's one more time that I didn't know that I'd ever have a chance to be here. And so because of you going up to Long Lake on the bike ride and this and that, and for your birthday, I just thought, let little Johnny Walker.
Let's do a little.
Yes. Who would care for a little Johnny Walker?
That is so.
Very good.
All right.
We're in New Ulm, Minnesota. We're off to a slow start. We're on a bike trail, but we're not sure if this is the right bike trail. Either way, good warm up. Studying the map to make sure we are on the right path. It doesn't look promising. We got an early start, and outside New Ulm we stopped at the Harkin store, but unfortunately it was closed. So we kept heading up County Road 16, and the minister of the Sweetlanda Lutheran Church opened it up for us to use the restroom. And later on we stopped at the state liquor store, and Dan made a new friend.
Hello, thank you.
start. Here we go.
Okay. Mother never told us to do
Oh, mothers tell their children not to do what I have done. Oh, spend your life in slavery in the house of the rising sun.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I said to Mary,
Whoa.
I ruined the last verses.
how all the men are driven to sing this song. Just question.
I ruined the
One
50 cups of beer.
Last day, getting ready to go. 88 miles to the cabin. We got a send-off committee. Ed and Phyllis are here.
All right, last day. We are about to take off. Ed and Phyllis came. We'll see them at the cabin. There's Mom and Ed. We're just doing a little bike maintenance here and emotionally and preparing ourselves for the day and saying bye to Moose.
The support team in here too, Mary. Come on in.
Yeah.
Look at Ed.
The reality of how far we'd biked set in when we hit Verndale, and Fritz bought us all root beer floats for the final stretch to the lake.
The friendships, become, better, with this experience. And meeting the people in the small towns that we stopped, we never would have done that in a car. But the bicycle is by far the best. And it's amazing how far you can go. And spend your day on a bicycle, I don't think you can do any better than that.
I'm standing at Hilltop at the end of Long Lake, waiting for the bicyclers to come. There's the lake! Woohoo! Here they are, turning on the Chippewa Loop. Yay! Here. Just about there. Woohoo! Oh, and Fritz is the owner.
530-mile bike ride. You get to the lake, and it's time to trim the grass.